everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday, the 11th of April. Thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm using the Goddess Tarot for today's reading. Let's have a look at what is coming up on Thursday, the 11th. I'm going to shuffle the cards a few times and see what they have to say. So we have 3 cards in reverse. It means there's a change of energy in the air, and I always read them both ways around when all 3 are in reverse. We have the Knight of Chalices, the Knave of Pentacles, and the Sun. We've got a good mix here. The Knight of Chalices, beautiful woman, is very nurturing, very caring. She's got these animals, a little baby horse there and a little dog that need feeding and are thirsty. So she's providing that for them. She cares for the animals. It's not just a ride to her. It's not just a way to get from A to B. She genuinely wants their well-being. So the Knight of Chalices is still trying to work out the emotions. Sometimes they're too emotional. So if they see something happening that is cruel or unjust, they completely melt down and are in tears and are incapacitated and they can't do anything about it. So let's say someone was being cruel to this little dog and she saw that and she just dissolved into a puddle of tears. That wouldn't be as useful as her saying, hey, hang on a minute, you can't do that. And actually taking action to stop the dog being hurt. And that's what the Knight of Chalices works on. When to act on the emotion, when not to act on the emotion. I'm also getting intuitively that she struggles with a sense of vanity. She's beautifully clothed here. She's got a key, which means that she's welcome in some sort of royal circle where they have beautiful fine clothing like this. It's, what is this? Magenta? It's kind of red purple, so her passions and her feelings are intermingled, and we've got the purple here, so she is very intuitive, but she's closed her eyes and she's got this beautiful circlet around her head there. So she's really someone who is overly focused on her physical appearance, and again, that gives her an emotional reaction that's out of proportion. So if she doesn't look good on a certain day, she'll be absolutely devastated and she won't go to the party or the event or the thing that she's meant to show up as. Like if she's being paid to make an appearance at a store opening and there's a big bow and she's meant to cut the ribbon and she doesn't feel like she's having a good hair day, she's not going to show up. And that's your feelings running your life instead of you running your feelings. So your feelings may be a little bit out of control today, and they may come up as a theme in the sense of, oh yeah, there's so many feelings happening here that I don't know which ones to take action on and which ones to leave behind. The Knave of Pentacles, even though she looks just as capable and grown up as the Knight, the Knave, in terms of the court cards, is a lower ranking in the hierarchy of the court cards. The court cards go from Knave or Page to Knight or Prince or Princess to King and Queen. And the Knaves know the least. So here this young woman, dressed all in green, absolutely gorgeous. She has a natural affinity for wealth. Let's say it that way. She's got this scroll and she's meant to sort the treasure and do a stock take, do an inventory. Now she's going to have to remove the perishables and the diamonds probably go elsewhere in an extra safe, and the gold she's going to have to count and amend what's written there. So she's been given a job of taking care of things and ordering things, which will help her learn to manage administration and organization and working with form and structure. It's also her first job, so she'll realize what effort it is and how much time and effort you have to put in to actually make a living. A lot of teenagers don't realize that making a living takes up a lot of your time. And dad is always away at work because work is very, very demanding, and it requires him to do 80-hour weeks just so you can have the beautiful house, or even in London, just so you can have your little sardine box that you can live in if you work 80 hours a week. It's a challenge. The more she does this, the more she will understand money and the nature of money. She'll graduate to becoming the Knight of Pentacles, where sometimes she won't know when to pay for something or when to let go of things, and when to really stand your ground and say, this must happen. So she's just at the very, very beginning of this. So your emotions are heightened financially, in terms of your daily routine, in terms of what's going on. You're really kind of overwhelmed. You don't have a clue really, because your feelings are taking up much more of your time and attention. So it's not the day to make big changes in your working life. Finally, we've got the sun. And the sun is the most important thing, the most important luminary in our solar system. If it weren't for the sun, we wouldn't exist. None of the other planets would exist. They would exist, but no one would know about them because they're, so I don't need to explain that further. We've got an Asian empress here, the Ming Dynasty, for instance, and the sun is being represented as a woman who is completely empowered, living her role, doing her duty, being in absolute control of what she's doing, not being emotional about it, simply accepting that she is number one, head of the empire. She is in charge, and all the orange and red in her dress represents the lower three chakras: the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, and they all have to do with the physical body, money, control, and energy, and control over the way your life is going. We've got a sun here, and that almost looks like a sun. So the day is about control in a sense. We've got this beautiful rooster. A rooster also great symbol of power, strength, fun, being early, cock-a-doodle-doo early on in the morning. So, waking up when the sun wakes up and being present and being powerful and energized in your body when the day starts, and you commit to the day, and when the day starts, you also start. So you realize that you have a job to do, you have a role to play in life, and that today is one of those days where you also have to show up again and you have to do your duty. Now, the Empress has accepted that, and she's doing it very, very well. You can't read her very well. She's got her royal poker face on, and that's really what she is. She's a representative of the dynasty, and it's not about her personal feelings. It's about doing the job that's required. And that's the power that you have, that you're able to do what needs to be done today, and you aren't overwhelmed and flooded by feelings, nor do you allow your feelings to govern you, and nor do you let your inexperience stop you from doing the things that you're meant to do. So if you feel a little bit out of your depth, ask for help and ask for extra information so that you can move forward. There's no shame in asking for help. No one knows everything. And if you don't know something, and it's a block in terms of making progress, then ask for the information so that you can proceed. If your feelings start to really, really act up, then take a moment for yourself and don't repress your feelings. Don't dismiss them. Don't say they're wrong, but acknowledge your feelings, feel them, and if they require more of your attention, you can say, I will look at all of this. I will look at the feelings that you need me to analyze and deal with. I will look at these once the sun has set and once I have done my duty and my job, and then I will give myself the nurture and care and attention that I so desperately crave today. So it's about being really empowered and powerful and being able to jump over the hurdles that come your way. You can have a really good day, but underneath that facade, there's a real emotional turbulence happening. And don't let that interfere with the day, and don't let it ruin your day. So if you're working on a project and suddenly you have an emotional moment and you're like, oh, I've never liked you, and no, we're not doing this anymore, you're fired, you're sacked, that's not productive. The cards are saying don't let the emotions interfere. Do what needs to be done, and then take care of yourself in the evening. Write your feelings out, make a gratitude list, go for a walk, take a bubble bath, buy yourself something nice to make yourself feel better, meditate, connect with your higher power if that gives you a sense of, but there is no self-criticism today, and only taking care of yourself and doing your best. You can only do the best that you can. We've got 19, and court cards count as 1. So 19, 20, 21, 2 and 1 is 3. 3 is about the way you think. So you have control over the way you think and communicate. And it's also about new beginnings. So walking through a doorway and starting something new, especially when it comes to work, and letting the emotions support that or be put aside for the moment so that you can progress and move forward in your career and in your everyday duties, and to take care of yourself and to do the positive affirmations and to do all of the self-care in the evening. You're in control, you're in charge, you can make new beginnings, you can control the way you think and communicate. It just takes a little bit of effort. So you can have a wonderful, wonderful day here. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. In my personal readings, I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology. The astrology chart shows me everything about you, your life purpose, your working life, aptitudes, and the vocations that you will really thrive in. What's destined for you in love and money and travel and career and health, personal development, spiritual development, children, hopes and dreams coming true, friendships, who's a real friend, who's a backstabber. I can answer any questions you may have. So if you are interested in any of that, then please get in touch via the website, gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. Have a glorious Thursday, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.